What is the energetic shift happening from February 2026? When I'm recording this, we are still in October 2025, and yeah, it's 4 months, more or less, until February 2026. But I got the message for quite a while ago that there is something energetically that will shift from February 2026. So whatever this is, I watched some time ago a message about the Aquarian timeline, and we had Pluto changing course into Aquarius from the zodiac sign of Capricorn, but now Pluto is retrograde, so it has turned back into Capricorn and will exit out of this energy in February. Maybe that is why the energetic shift is happening at that time, because after that it will be in the sign of Aquarius for the next 20 to 25 years. So it's a long period of time. So let's see what do Spirit has to say about this energy. So as you can see, I've pulled out some oracle cards that can give us some kind of clue. What is the energetic shift happening from February 2026? I feel that the energy from that point of time will be a game changer for each and every one of us in the collective. So whatever this is significant for you, you have to you know the answer yourself, of course. I want to do a little bit something new today, so I will look at the bottom of the tarot deck before I reveal the oracle cards. I don't know, I just got the nudge from Spirit that yeah, that is something you have to do. So let's see what is hiding underneath the surface about February, the energetic shift from February 2026. Wow, okay. So there is something about this, reminds me of the parallel universe, the parallel timeline, as I talked about in a video very recently. I watched a reading about the parallel you is living your dream life. So there maybe are a timeline shift. Yeah, a timeline shift happening from February 2026. That is absolutely extremely interesting. So I put this here, and yeah, let's reveal the oracle cards. Now I just wanted one of these because, you know, because of the space. Have to fit everything into the camera, but Spirit was very persistent. They wanted 2, and I actually got 3 of this, but I said no, we have to I have to take some control here. Sorry, Spirit. But I see a card lurking out here. So, and this is a timing card. So let's see. Yeah, within the next few months. And of course, within the next few months, we are in February. So there is an energetic shift. Looks like we are all leveling up, entering into a new timeline, I feel. I'm not sure how I will put this card, but I put it on the side here. Okay. Too many cards. Choreograph. 12. Maybe the energetic shift will happen from the 12th of February. The 12th of February, maybe that is the Lunar New Year, you know, the Chinese New Year, when we are entering into the Chinese sign of the horse. So yeah, I haven't checked which date this Lunar New Year is, but I think it's about around that time. The 12 also makes me think about the Hanged Man. You know, the Hanged Man has chosen to hang there to get more connection with Earth, grounding and grounding the spiritual enlightenment from the head space and grounding it into Earth. But with choreograph is of course planning, something about planning. And here you can see all the geometric shapes. I've talked about this many times before in my reading. The geometric shapes of Archangel Metatron. And we have only 3 geometric shapes. There's of course the circle, the triangle, and the square. And this also reminds me of the Tree of Life. I know I was planning on doing, but I feel the time hasn't been right yet to give a message from the Tree of Life. So there's something about planning. Maybe you need to start planning now and organize. You have the time now to plan and organize whatever is shifting from February. Let's see the next card. 28. And I was sitting and puzzling about we had an extra day in February in 2024, so it's not a special year. Next time it will be 2028. But the 28 there are only 28 days in February. And this looks very, you know, the Pisces energy is of course very. Pisces is associated with the moon in tarot. Because it's very intuitive, mysterious, highly sensitive. And it says, of course, communicate with spirit. And we are, next year, we are in the year 10. So you can say we are in the year 10 or we are in the year number 1. So we're starting with the end and a new beginning. And also with this stone formation here, this always reminds me of in ancient time we made these types of stone formation, and we can find these, many of these, especially on the island of UK. But I know that there are some stone formation also in Denmark, south of Sweden, and I think also maybe in the north of Germany, but I'm not sure. Maybe we will get some more contact with our spiritual self. Looks like we are, either way, it feels like we are leveling up, shifting timelines. Let's look further on. Recovery. So yeah, maybe you are in a recovery period of time now. Maybe you have been injured, and yeah, maybe within February you will be recovered fully and wholly. Whatever this is, recovery for you. This can be literally anything. It can be recovery from financial struggles, can be recovery from health issues, as I said, addictions, you name it. Especially if you are within the 12 steps of alcoholism, I guess that, yeah, there will be a period of time until you will finish these steps. So let's look at the last one. Be assertive. We got this card. Which reading was that? I don't recall. But there's something about dropping the mask. Let the mask fall now, and show the authentic you, and be confident about it. And again, all these gold coins. Okay. I hope we will have all this. Maybe I will pull one card for each card here. Okay, can I get one card for the 9 of Wands? Yeah, that was quick. The recovery. Choreograph. I get one for the communicate with spirit. I feel actually this one. Be assertive. Can I get one card about that? That one, yes, thank you. And the last, within the next few months. Thank you. Okay. Interesting how this reading turned out. Totally different than I usually do. Totally different than I usually do my readings. But I go with the flow, and I guess that Spirit is doing this intentionally. So, let's see. 9 of Wands. The 2 of Swords. Yes. There is something about the clock here. Watching you. Taking you out. It's time to yeah, look at the hand. It's time to shift timelines, because the hand is reaching for this pendulum or clock. It looks like a clock, but it's actually, you know, used for music instruments. Looks like you are some kind of cello or violin. Cello, I guess. So it's time to shift timelines, as I said. Yes. Spirit is reaching in, putting his hand in and changing something. Recovery. Yes, look at this. You are you are entering at the fountain of health, the fountain of youth. You have reached your destination. There is another card associated with this image, and that is the Six of Swords. So you have crossed over from the Six of Swords period, and you have entered shore now. You have come to shore, and you are reaching for the fountain of youth, fountain of acknowledgement, fountain of new life, I feel. Stability with the Four of Wands. Yeah, with the recovery, this is, I guess we have to cover this up. I have some shells here. There is something about transformation. Yeah. Look at all the butterfly wings. You've healed. You're healed. You have healed completely now because you have a drinking of the fountain of youth, the fountain of health, the fountain of wealth, and you're healed now. It's time to move on. The Eight of Cups with communicate with spirit. Yes, it's time to move on. Look at you're crossing. You're crossing into the unknown now. You're crossing into the unknown. You've come so far. It looks like you have gone through darkness, and now you're entering into the light. Still, you will solve all the issues, all the things that you have tried to put together, all the struggles with finances, not knowing which way to go. That is over now. You're not feeling hollow any longer. You're not feeling hollow. You're feeling more assertive. Let's look. And finally you can rest. Yes. Finally you can it has been a long struggle. And finally you can now rest. Not rest on your laurel leaf, but the tough struggle, not knowing where to go, not knowing which direction you should choose, feeling that you have been in a healing period. Maybe you have felt that you have been sitting and healing forever. You have had a lot of financial setbacks. But you have watched yourself from so many different angles now, and you have embraced all of them. Both those you have turned your back towards, the little obscured ones, and the one that you can see. You are not afraid of looking yourself directly in the eye now. I think actually the interesting thing is that we have the king. We have the counterpart. at the back. So it's something about union. Maybe a union between your masculine and feminine side. Something just. Because both the King and Queen of Swords are highly intelligent, and they act by justice and fairness, and not and maybe more from logic, from a logic state of mind, and of course focusing on the law. And there's something about opening your eye. Open up your mind, open up your eye, and speak your truth. Speak your truth, open your eye. Interesting. And here we have actually the Six of Swords, as I talked about with the Four of Wands. That is, yeah, that is amazing. You have traveled so far, but you have reached the destination now. Look at this. This is where you have come from, not knowing how this destination will look like. But here you are now, within February. You reached the destination. Beautiful reading. I will try to put this here somewhere. Interesting. I will of course, when we come closer to February, look at this energy one more time. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video, and I see you again in another reading very soon. Bye for now.